need to have a little bit of movement, though, to get you guys out of the stationary, still squatting position. Go ahead and stand up for a second. Oh, that hurts. Oh, it's so sore. In place. Just turn and face me. Make sure you don't step on any pencils or anything. We're going to break up the teaching, just so before we transition into the writing again, that you've loosened your body back up and got blood flowing. I want you to think about what you did yesterday with Mr. Clark movement-wise. We did that little mobility routine. What did it start with? Neck. I want you to try thinking through 8 counts down and across. Once you've done that, I want you to add the shoulders for 8 counts to the left. Then I want you to add the mid-back to the left for 8 counts. Then I want that full release that you did. Whoosh. Then come back up. Don't get too dizzy. Now let's reverse it. 8 counts to the right. Neck only. 8 counts of shoulders. 8 counts of mid-back, and the song you're thinking of in your head is you're just telling yourself, I'm good, I'm good. And then full release, because you're good. Nice, very good. All right. Then have a little bit of room, get in that runner's lunge. I wanted to clarify a couple things while we're here. All right, your hips are open, but your mouths are not. Very nice, good talk. In this position, both hands are going to be inside of your foot. So we are putting the left foot outside of both hands. Left foot is outside of both hands. Right leg is straight, left knee is bent. Now when you thread the needle, you're going to go in front of your knee and go through underneath the right arm. Underneath the right arm, reach across. You're not patting yourself on the side. You're reaching through. Everybody show me that point position. Point your fingertips to the front wall. No, sorry. The threading part where you're going through. When you go through, your fingertips should be facing the front wall. Now show me the extended position. Fingertips point to the ceiling. So you actually don't hyperextend. You're going to go pointing just vertically straight up. So I see a lot of you rotating too far back. Your end position is straight towards the sky. Now thread back through. Point your fingertips towards the front wall. Now thread back to the sky. Now I'm going to tell you you can count. From here, you're going to use your hands on the downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hand, 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 and then rotate into the runner's lunge facing that way. Do that. Stretch out this way. Turn it around. Other runner's lunge. Nice, nice. Stretch it out. Loosen things up that you didn't know existed. Hold that for an imaginary 8 counts. Once you've extended and stretched out that way, now reach up to the sky, stretch back out. Fingertips to the sky. Rotate your trunk. Chest is facing 90 degrees away from you. Fingertips are facing the sky. Now thread down through. Thread through. Arm is going across your chest. Fingertips are pointing straight ahead. Now open back up and extend. Nice. Now thread down through. Good. Now open back up. And then walk your hands to the center. Go into a full release, hanging to the front. Full release, hanging to the front. Nice. Bend those knees. Let your knees bend and just hang there. Shake it out. Now straighten those legs while staying in the full release. And you hold that. And now gently bend those knees again. Feel a different stretch. Let it hang. Let your head hang down. Now go back into the straight legs. Then I want you to stack one vertebrae at a time. Bring your hands in. Give a big stretch out with the arms. Sun salutation and come down. Does that feel good after all these workouts you've been doing to loosen back up? Okay. Now where you are, we are going to jump back in with pencil and paper. And this is in your small groups, but there's also an individual component to it. So with the big paper that you have, you are going to now picture who you are today as a human being and as a leader. If you've never led before and you're thinking like on a scale of 0 to 100 in leadership skills, You're not in like the 90s. I can tell you that right now. If you're here, you're probably not in the 90s. You're probably down here a little bit. You've got room for improvement, right? So think about where you want to be, 0 to 100, towards the end of the season. Imagine this little score sheet going towards 100. Where do you want to be as a leader? Now think back to what Dr. Adam talked you through yesterday in terms of your values. Think in your head what those words were, those 5 words you circled. Now think back to that scale. Imagine now there are 5 of those 0 to 100 scales. And you are grading yourself on how you carry out day to day in every action that you make those values. That's your score, not the trophies that are in the back there. Those will come if you as an individual lock in the values and the bigger picture ideals that you need to create. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So now you are going to write down on your piece of paper 3 tangible goals that you as a person want to achieve between now and the end of the next school year. Those 3 goals can be band goals, musical goals such as getting first chair in the ensemble, making all read or UIL area, whatever it is. But it's an individual goal. It's for you. Those goals can be academic goals. Those goals could be, I want to make this grade in X class that I'm taking for the first time ever. Or I want to apply to a college. Or I want to have set a plan in motion for what I'm going to do after I graduate. Academic goal. Or maybe it's a personal goal. I want to have accomplished this thing in my life. Or a health goal. I want to have worked out 3 days a week on my own during the year. Whatever it is. 3 personal goals that are going to help you also think about what those values are and how you're going to demonstrate those in a tangible way. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so take a minute silently by yourself to write down what your 3 goals are.